Hello students, I just wanted to record a quick video on how to draw a sugar skull for those of you who are celebrating Dia de los Muertos this weekend, and also anyone that really just wants to learn how to draw skulls. So the process is pretty similar to drawing any sort of cartoon character or creature. So if you want to draw an imaginary creature or a different thing other than a skull, I would recommend stopping this video, going and finding the video on how to draw a textured creature. This video is only going to be on the skull. So the first part of this process is drawing a head that fits inside of an oval. So when I am creating my artwork, I'm going to start very lightly. And I'm going to try as best I can to create an oval shape. The drawing on the right is made using a computer, so it's very precise, but life is not very precise. So I've got my oval, and now I'm going to start to add the jawbones to this. And the way the jawbones work, again, I'm pressing very lightly right now. It's like a L bracket and an L bracket, and then a down that curves and comes over and then comes up. I think I went a little too big with my oval, but that's okay. I can kind of bring it down. Because I was using light lines, I can erase that extra piece. My drawing is pretty small for the sake of this demo, but for you, I would highly recommend enlarging your skull. So maybe like 5 to 10 inches tall, so that way you have room to add texture and pattern into your skull. So once you've got the shape, you want to begin to add symmetrical features inside your shape. I'm going to erase these extra swirly lines. And to help with symmetry, I do like to divide everything in half. And with symmetry, whatever you do on one side, you also want to do on the other side. So I'm going to start by doing kind of some ovals for eyes. The nose, which kind of goes in between these two brackets, is an upside down heart. So it's a triangle with a curved. If you feel more comfortable, you can always just like turn your paper over and do a heart upside down, but I have found that that is the easiest thing. And then with the teeth, I'm going to kind of just do, I want this to be a happy skeleton. So I'm going to kind of make mine have more of a curve. You don't have to. And then I'll just divide it in half and do. And now I have started to press a little harder, because once I've got all of these light lines in place and these features in place, I do want to start to now think about what is the pattern around my facial features. Typically, some popular motifs within the sugar skull artwork are things like flower patterns, polka dots, hearts, because this is supposed to be a celebration of life, although it is the celebration of life past and present. So a lot of the imagery of the sugar skull is representing life through nature, through flowers, and also kind of the passing of life, because flowers are beautiful and then they pass, and so just is a very similar metaphor for the holiday. So when I'm focusing on creating those symmetrical patterns around my eyes. I want to kind of just start, I like to start on the eyes and kind of go out from there. And I'll do kind of whatever I do on one side, I will repeat on the other side. And now I'm going to just speed the video up and I will continue to work once I figure out where my patterns are going to go. You're going to see me start to press harder, but I'm just now transitioning from light lines to dark lines. So with that, we'll meet back here after you finish patterning. All right, so we are back. I've got my sugar skull outline and I added a symmetrical pattern around it. So again, with texture is created through both shading and patterning. So if I wanted to make some things look like textures, I would then just take, instead of using the point of my pencil, I would just lay it down flat and kind of fill in certain areas darker. In terms of what I would recommend, honestly, is instead of focusing on texture for your sugar skull drawing, I would focus on color. If you have colored pencils at home, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick kind of some colors that I feel like go well together. So if you see in both of these examples, there's kind of like a few different shades of warm colors and then a few different shades of cold color or cool colors like blue. So I'm going to use kind of like these three colors and then maybe a little accent of green. And I'm going to start to, just like before, color in, and I'm thinking about symmetry in my coloring. So I'm going to go through, and if I make something red on one side, I also need to try and make it red on the other side. So I will go through and give it kind of a pass and add some color. I'm going to actually press pretty hard because I want my skull to be kind of very colorful. This is an optional step to just finish your skull. I'll speed up the video and we'll meet back at the end. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. All right, so there you have it. I just went over and kind of did some finishing touches. The last thing I did was just kind of erase around it. To finish this artwork, I would just want to take a picture of it with my cell phone and upload it to Google Classroom. If you have any questions or have difficulty with this part of the assignment or adding color or adding patterns, I would highly recommend that you Google search for sugar skulls to see some more examples of colored motifs and those kind of things. And then otherwise, just upload it to Google Classroom. I hope everybody's safe and well and have a great day.